is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Lions and the Panthers, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. But tonight we've got a preseason matchup as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. Taken at the goal line. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here are the Panthers set to take over for the first time. And Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
Bryce Young, the quarterback out of Alabama with a Heisman Trophy in his hip pocket, is the new face of Carolina football. 80 touchdowns, just 12 picks in his college career for the Crimson Tide. He may be a little small in terms of size, but potential, massive.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Young. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
That is caught. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Young. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
In motion, the tight end. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Lions.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. On second down, Hooker. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 4. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he is going to have the Lions first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. But give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has. And if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Second down and 6 now.
2nd and 6.
Going up the gut, Montgomery.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Milton Williams able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. Patterson's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now, on first down, Sanders not finding a whole lot as he'll get forward for about 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
now
7.
Young. And connecting here with DJ Sharp. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Young. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. It's Young off play action. And once again, this is Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
On second down, Young. Open man right side is Sharp.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jack Campbell. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And Young's throw there incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Hooker. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. And this,
he's got it for the Panther touchdown. DJ Chark, 50 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Meanwhile, Hooker's throw complete there to St. Brown. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
3rd down. Hooker looks to throw it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Ball start.
Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
That's out quickly to Shenault. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll go with a rookie from Alabama. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Now Hooker. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Lions have retaken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It's second and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Now a second down throw for Young. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
Well, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Young off the play fake. And Sanders has got it complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it here. Why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And Sanders there with a first down carry that might have gotten a yard, if that. 2nd down. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Another run here with Sanders. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 26. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. They'll try to throw now. Young. That's the tight end, Hurst with it. With a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion or would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Young. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Young to throw it. On the slant, this is Chark. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. That throw by Young incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
This is out there good from Pinheiro. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Hooker's throw into the hands of the receiver, Shenault. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw it out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive. Something to look forward to.
End zone,
as we get back
Williams.
out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Hooker. He's got it to Williams. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Here's Hooker. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Hooker now off play action. And pass caught. It's Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Off play action. Here's Hooker. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Hooker. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Here's Hooker to throw it. And that's incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to fourth down.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up the running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Patterson's kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. It's Young off play action. He's got Mingo. And he'll be taken down before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup at 25. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 42. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Young's throw here on target to Hurst. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. Here's Young from the shotgun. Again, that's Hurst. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Sanders is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. And able to get this out to the 25. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you've got fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
Now will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 3rd down and 1.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Another run with Sanders. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. With Sanders on 1st down with a little bit of space as he works his way forward. A gain of 4. 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
The play fake. Now Young. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. He's a high draft pick, so maybe a bit of a mulligan, but you never want to throw a preseason interception, especially as a rookie.
No, but this is the time to do it, right? Let's get the kinks out. He's still got to learn how to read coverages, still has to learn the entire offense, has to see how he fits with the players around him. But bottom line is what you said right in the beginning. He's a high draft pick. They want him on the field sooner rather than later, so let's keep giving him some reps and seeing what they have.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll find his rookie tight end, Sam Laporta. Touchdown! Sam Laporta, 50 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Here's 3rd and 7.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
To throw, Young. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. On the return is Williams. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just about awareness in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. And a quick throw here that's complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's a 2nd and
8. Bridgewater. Finding Green complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 9 yards that time.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 3rd down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they'll run it with Gibbs.
Gets by him at the 20, and now the rookie's free. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs,
29 yards.
and the Lions will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And Raheem Blackshear now to return it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And we'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. From the 35, here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the counter, this is Hubbard.
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Carolina. 45 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A give running right, it's Hubbard. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
On second down, here's Gibbs. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On third down, here's Gibbs. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
First down, Lions.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
First down, Detroit.
Counter play, here's Gibbs. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 63 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Another run for Gibbs here. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the Panthers' 33-yard line.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Let's take it in. Complete to Reynolds. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Again, it's Gibbs. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They'll hand off to Reynolds. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Craig Reynolds. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Lions are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. 78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the 2nd half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.